It's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's WWND.
Wrestling with neurodivergence, you dumb whores.
And we're coming to you from the birthplace of Roderick Strong.
Ooh, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I'm Amanda, and I have ADHD.
I'm Lisa. I have autism. That's our ref, Gary.
And I have ADHD.
Let's get into it. We will be discussing the November 6th Dynamite. But first, we have some housekeeping.
Oh, yeah. Housekeeping. we'll have an effect for that sometime soon. But in the meantime, you get me housekeeping.
First, I would like to thank a new listener for letting me know it's pronounced Pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, because according to him, Hondo_Lobo on Threads, and if you go to that Thread account, you can see his Blue Sky account, the link to that. Follow him there as well, please. He read that he goes by Pack because he got that name from his dad because of his abs.
Yeah, that makes
like
perfect
a
sense.
Pack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Pack.
Yes.
Packs for days.
Mm.
Well, he's got it. Well, besides having glorious pectorals, he's got quite the pack.
Yes.
So it's fitting.
He could be Peck.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Peck.
I bet he'd appreciate that.
He also shared with me photos of Pack and clothes, and dude looks adorable. So I'll be posting those on our social media.
Oh, we're allowed to share them? I thought like maybe it's
I got permission from...
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I'm somebody, guys.
Well, I wasn't doubting that. I thought it was more like one of those things where it's like, you know, if you can
Superman and Clark Kent.
If you share it, they'll come after you.
Right.
Well, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, good.
So he comes after me.
Okay.
It's something I look forward to.
Do you think he'll come after you with clothes on or in gear?
Oh, full gear.
I hope either. I don't even care. Okay.
I'm betting gear.
I'm good with either, as I said.
My theory is he just has gear on underneath his clothes.
In that case, we're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Okay.
Second bit of housekeeping. Why wrestlers have wet hair.
Oh, why?
I would like to thank Brett Michelle for this tidbit of information. She is Pegme_Bundy on Threads.
Mm-hmm.
Go follow her. All right. So from what she's been told / understood, wrestlers wet their hair for a few reasons. It keeps you cooler under the lights.
Makes a lot of sense.
That was my theory.
Mm-hmm. It looks more badass than frizzy dry hair.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Like if you notice Jack Perry doesn't have his hair may be dry, but it's not frizzy.
Right.
No,
and he's got his pulled back quite a bit too.
Correct.
Like not in promos, but when he's out wrestling, he's got a tie in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
it helps sell things like a punch or a kick because the hair whips around more and the flying water drops add to the effect of the quote unquote impact.
Yeah. Totally get that. And, you know, it's not something we think about in our day to day, but once you lay it out like that, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Makes
it's not something
sense.
you look for, but it adds to it.
Yeah.
I still don't like having wet hair, so I would not be able to be a wrestler.
Right.
That's the only reason.
That's it.
No, that's
the
sole
only
reason.
The only reason
Absolutely.
whatsoever.
Yep, it was the wet hair. That's what did it in.
That concludes our housekeeping.
Ooh, okay.
Let's get into this episode.
We already did the ding dings though,
Yes,
right?
we did.
So no second ding dings.
No.
We're just getting into it more.
Ring a ding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ring a ding ding.
Ring a ding ding.
Tony Schiavone is in the ring and he introduces the Hurt Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
They are all in black suits, gold ties, solid gold pocket squares, except Shelton Benjamin. Shelty has a pocket square, but it's nice because the pattern matches the pattern on his tie.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it fall out later, though?
Yes,
It
it
did. And
Because it,
actually, I
was
went back and
disappearing.
rewatched it, and I found right where it fell out.
Oh, you got to see it fall out?
I did, actually.
Oh, very
you,
nice.
have to look for it, but I found where it happened.
Because it was like very...
Maybe
it
I
was
should
really
turn that into
pulled
a
out.
GIF. I don't know.
There you go.
Pretty far.
I don't know.
I like it. I did notice that MVP's little lapel flower,
Yes.
it has moved south, which I like. So
Mhm.
it's not like perched on his shoulder like a parrot.
I wonder if it just moved south for the winter.
Maybe. I don't know. But I did notice the flower looks more like a pine cone than a flower.
Right.
And I didn't really like how like the gold tone of it didn't really match the gold
Oh, of his
Oh,
tie.
of his tie.
Yeah, that
Like
makes
they
sense.
kind of clashed a little bit, and that bothered me. I dug the pine cone look, just not the color.
I understand.
But I will say, having the three of them in the middle of the ring, I felt like I would feel very safe with them.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
They
I
just seemed
would
like very safe humans.
Yeah, I would go out in public with them and feel absolutely fine. We could not go shopping with them, though, because there's no off-rack shopping for them.
Oh, God, no.
No.
It's all bespoke suits for them. Bespoke all the way.
MVP mentioned that they want to enrich the lives of younger talent, uplift guys, and elevate them. So if you accept the card, it changes your life because it's a golden ticket. But if you reject the card, you get beat down.
Which was a bummer.
Yeah, so then they showed the clip of Swerve and Nana getting beat down.
I still don't like that.
It also makes you think that somewhere there's like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but it's being run by MVP.
Exactly.
And that makes my heart happy.
Who are his Oompa Loompas?
Oh, I bet you they're ripped.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Just jacked, short little beef, whatever.
Oompa Loompa guys. Oh, I have that weird vision in my head now.
Which, they'd probably be like taller than you and me, Lisa. But like compared to those guys, they're short.
Right?
Like how Kyle Fletcher is deceivingly tall.
Right?
I always think he's short, but it's just because everybody else around him is also incredibly tall.
Well, Swerve's music hit.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw him, so he usually wears a fur jacket, and it always looks really nice. But this time I thought he looked like a mangy dog in the best way. Like, still nice.
And see, I thought he looked like a lion.
Which I understand.
Because I think it was the color.
Yeah. And my head just goes to dogs.
I know, it does.
And it was like, oh, you look like a dog off the street. What's going on? Weird. And then Lisa's like, no, he looks like a majestic lion.
Well, that's because I'm just like, it's Swerve.
Right. So, perspectives and all that can be different.
Of course.
He did challenge Bobby to a full gear match.
To which he accepted, right? I mean, there wasn't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was serious because Nana had the serious eyes.
Yeah.
And coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how he just was holding his coffee.
A bag of coffee.
I love
He's ready. He's ready just like Pat.
He had to stock up on the caffeine to get the serious eyes, real serious eyes.
Very
We should order
intensive.
a bag of that, though, and then just sample it right on the podcast.
See if it's good.
Yeah, see if it's good.
I've heard that it's good.
Aubrey Edwards likes it.
Aubrey likes oysters.
Solid
I think they're
point.
clams.
Oh, whatever. I don't know.
I think she just loves all of it.
Sea life.
Oysters, clams, mussels, all of the above.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's a sensory nightmare.
Well, she's also vegan, isn't she? So I don't think she's eating them. She just likes to grow them.
For people to eat.
Fair.
I feel like that's an ethical dilemma.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure that she's vegan, but she had a post once saying about when you're vegan, but you're watching all this meat get slapped, and it was, wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'm going off of that. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Maybe she just said it as a joke, or somebody else in the ring at that time was vegan. But
I feel like
it was a funny post.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to consider if the ethics of a vegan growing meat for others to eat.
Yeah.
But that's a different podcast.
Yeah.
But she did do something on Gooey Duck once.
I don't know what that means.
I'll show you later.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The hell's gooey duck?
We're not even going to tell anyone, just fans. Go out and look it up if you don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like gooey, like caramel gooey?
It has
or
nothing to do
No.
with a duck.
GUI?
It has nothing to do with a duck. It's
Nope.
all one word.
Yep.
It's not the GUI gooey.
I don't
No.
even remember how to spell it, but Google will probably help you.
Yeah.
Is this going to be like some gross thing on Urban Dictionary?
No. It's a real animal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's an animal.
It is an animal.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a duck.
It is not even close to
Is
a duck.
would it go in that book that we found of, is it the face or is it a butt?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
It'll go in
yeah.
that book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody should check that book out. There's 2 versions and it's haunting in the best way.
Yeah.
So my takeaway, I'm very much looking forward to the full gear match.
Yeah, no kidding.
The size differences between Swerve and Bobby, much more pronounced than Swerve and Shelton Benjamin. So we'll see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering how it's going to end up. I don't really know how else to describe it.
That's fine. I think you described it pretty well.
Okay.
So we're good.
Yeah,
But
thirstometer.
That's what I was just about to say, but I need to hear that. So let's get it.
11 out of 10.
Yep. Does not surprise me.
Yeah. Then we see the word Death Riders show up on the Titantron. So obviously that is what Jon Moxley's new group is, which I dig.
Yeah, because didn't we let it leak that we heard that he
Applied for the patent.
Yeah, so.
Yep. So I was like, yay.
That's smart business.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Plus
Yeah.
his finisher.
You got to trademark and
the-
copyright that crap,
Yeah. So this is a match. Claudio and Pac with Wheeler Yuta versus Orange Cassidy with Darby. The ref is Bryce Remsburg.
Mm-hmm.
So Orange comes out, like, after everybody's in the ring. Orange comes out. He stands on top of the ramp, took off his jacket, his shirt, his sunglasses, and he tied his joggers, and he motioned for Claudio to come on up. He's super serious in all black.
Yep.
And then when everybody was up on top of the ramp, Darby just jumps off the entrance portal thing.
Sneak attack.
Right. And he's wearing like a Sting jacket, so no pink jacket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, it like did not.
It reminded me of like the
pink
Sting.
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't wear pink when you're doing sneak attack.
Right. They'll see you.
They'll see you.
Good point, yeah.
And then we wondered if he was a jaundice boy with Adam Cole with like the fake tan.
Yeah, it was not good. I don't understand how.
It was a great entrance, though.
Mm-hmm,
I loved it.
But why don't they have better fake tan?
I don't know.
Like, really, they should have like a spray tan person
They should.
that like travels with them and
I
knows
would-
exactly like what formula to use to make it look like, oh, you're actually sun-kissed, not
Yellow.
rolled in some tempera paint.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's a
I would think Tony could afford this.
One would assume.
fair comment.
I have
Or
always...
do they have to be? Do they have to do it themselves? Do they have to pay for themselves?
I don't know.
Maybe.
If they do, it would explain Adam Cole's look
Because like there's on-air weather forecasters.
that look more natural.
Well, and they have to buy their own makeup and their own wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And I
local. I don't think when they're on the national level they have to
Well,
do that.
probably not, but still.
But AEW is national. That's my point. International,
But
for
they're
that
not
matter.
weather forecasters, Gary. They're wrestlers.
True.
They
I
have
can't
different rules.
argue with that logic. We don't know the rules. We're not privy to that information.
But if you are, let us know.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. We decided that Claudio has all the Death Riders grocery lists attached via red wax seal on his jacket when he comes out.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Like one list is Marina's, one list is Mox's, one list is just Pax, and it's all protein.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because he has the dad energy. So I
Mhm.
feel like he would be the one that would
I
take
feel-
care of that.
I feel like one of them would have like all really healthy choices, but then just a big thing of Oreos.
Mm.
Like
Yep.
you have to indulge
Claudio.
a little bit. That's what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be Claudio's.
Mm-hmm.
Darby has new camo shorts. They're the same color, same style. They're just not taped up. That's what we
Mhm.
noticed, Amanda.
I thought the color was a little different, but they definitely are different ones.
Yeah, they're definitely different. They're not taped to hold
no,
them together
no,
anymore.
They're brand spanking new.
Mm-hmm.
He cut them
Brand
off, so they
spanking
looked
new.
like he's breaking them in.
Wheeler got in the ring to interfere, and then Marina got in the ring, and she literally kicked Bryce out of the ring.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
not nice.
No.
it was crazy.
She should get a fine,
Mm-hmm.
or
She might.
I don't know. She should have written an
Well, then
apology
again, the
note.
Young Bucks are gone right now, so maybe it's just a free for all.
They really need to, like, zoom in or something, you know?
Yes, true.
I thought they were working from home.
I know, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
But when you work from home, you're expected to zoom into the
Right.
office, right?
Exactly.
So Mox got in the ring then and started choking out Orange Cassidy. Darby hit Mox in the back with his skateboard.
That was cool.
Then we basically have chaos until Mox and the Death Riders have Orange Cassidy in the ring and are just beating him down. And Mox tells Wheeler to give Orange Cassidy the Psycho knee, which was a Bryan Danielson special.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And the conglomeration comes out, which was comprised of Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Rocky Romero. And at that point, when they're starting to come down,
Mm-hmm.
Mox and the Death Riders just calmly walk off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like there's nobody pursuing them. Nothing. Just
They just like pretend that nothing
Well-
ever happened.
right.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The conglomeration, in their defense, did have a match coming up that they probably didn't want to be late for.
That's true. And it was explained that they were at the ready anyway because they had an upcoming match.
Exactly. Yep.
So what'd you think of the ref?
I gotta say, before getting smacked around, Bryce did a good job. It sucks and it's not even fair, but there were some shenanigans that were going on beforehand where he literally just put his hands up and weren't like, what can I do about it? So it's actually like, I'm gonna give him a meh.
An Orange Cassidy thumb?
Yeah, the Orange Cassidy meh thumb.
Takeaway. I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, no, the match was good, for sure.
Yeah. And anytime I get to see Rocky Romero, I'm a happy lady.
Yeah. Well, and that leads us to...
Thirstometer.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10.
There we go. I was honestly thinking it might be a little higher, but hey, that's why you got to keep tuning in, everyone, to hear what Lisa has to say.
Yeah. And we cannot close out this match because it was interrupted.
Right. So no 1, 2, 3, but instead we don't have a good bell sound,
No,
but
we
a ding, ding,
don't.
ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. Everybody ding with me.
Ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding,
ding.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Backstage, Renee is with Ricochet. Renee is in a black vest and a white top that had silver accents around the collar.
She looked like a judge.
Kind
like a
of.
stylish judge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Ricochet
fitting.
was in a gray suit and a great tie.
Mm-hmm.
And Renee was basically like asking him if he could give us some insight onto who his mystery partner was. And he was like, oh, it could be this person. It could be this person. You know, you'll just have to wait and see. And that's when the Hurt Syndicate came out. And they basically said nothing until they wished him luck. And they're obviously making him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I loved how Bobby Lashley touched Ricochet's tie, touched his lapels, and then comments that, you know, it's a nice suit.
It was a nice suit.
And
It was a nice suit.
I just loved the awkwardness of like, yeah, we're here. Just remember that.
Yeah.
You haven't, you know, said anything about the fact that you have our card. So what's it going to be?
It's like when you ask someone for homecoming and they don't say anything, and then their mom comes to ask you why you didn't answer them.
That is great.
That's that would be an awkward situation.
Yes. I think that would be worse than the Hurt Syndicate
Don't
coming
ask
out
me
to
how
you.
I would come up with that
No,
situation.
It you know.
You wouldn't think that would happen. And I'm
No.
not saying if it did or didn't.
It's just something
It's
that
just a thing that
it's
would
just
be
a
odd.
scenario that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that would feel real awkward.
Indeed.
Weird as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Thirstometer,
Oh yeah.
9 out of 10. Things would be higher, but it was
Well, the
It's the
awkwardness
awkward.
can destroy
it
some
was
thirst.
the awkwardness
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know what to do with that.
Right. Now we have the conglomeration comprised of Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ishii.
The hot one.
Yeah.
God, he's looking good.
Versus the Learning Tree, Jericho, Big Bill, Brian Keith, in a fight without honor match. The ref, Aubrey Edwards, was in the ring with Brandon Martinez outside of the ring.
Mhm.
Is it because of the not honor?
I don't know. I just noticed he was
Yeah.
still out there from all the chaos before.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, he's not going to the back.
Well, there was tons of refs all throughout the night. I
Mhm.
mean, just to backtrack a little bit, we didn't touch on this, but when Swerve came out during the promo,
Yeah.
all the refs were there holding him back.
Yes,
So I mean, it was a very ref heavy night.
it was. Gary
Okay.
was happy.
Oh yeah,
It was a night made for
it
him.
was made for me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tony must listen.
Obviously.
God.
Everybody listens.
Tony get a spray tan human.
Yeah. So Jericho looks awful and bloated. He
Per-
also looked
per
like a
usual.
hot dog. Like if
Yeah.
you looked at his skin, it was like,
But I like hot dogs.
but not this hot dog.
No, this is
not
the
this
hot dog that's like been like spinning in the gas station
And it's-
roller.
Yes, for ages. And you're like, ugh,
Like, I'm pretty sure that has never left.
it's time to throw this one away.
Mhm.
So it was satisfying to watch Jericho take all those big bumps and get hit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It just was.
Yeah.
And Mark loves using the chair to jump off of things, like when he's in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
to jump, like run, jump off the chair and jump over the top rope to do stuff.
Do you think he does the chair thing at like family functions, like at Thanksgiving when they have extra?
Chairs and
Folding
tables.
chairs?
I don't know, but it makes me nervous.
Like his mom's like, Mark, that's enough. How many times? You're 40 years old. Come on.
I don't know.
Or if that's like a marker of a marker. Okay. Of like he teaches all the nieces and nephews. Like, once you hit the age of 5, we're gonna jump off the folding chairs and freak
Right.
out grandma.
It's a family business.
Right?
You know, got to teach the next generation.
Yeah. And I don't know if some of those chairs were, I'm sure they were gimmicked, but gimmicked or not,
I don't
when
care. It's
you
a
hit
chair. It's not good.
right a folding chair against a folding chair in your
Ouch.
hands, it's got to hurt.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it would be like the stinging feeling of when I played softball. So like when you would hit the ball and it was like,
Off of an aluminum bat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like a fast pitch. And it's like,
Yep.
and your hands feel all,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Kyle and Big Bill ended up on the concourse and then did a table spot and all that good stuff.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they ever come back?
No.
Oh.
Ishii ends up getting the cover on the hot dog.
Yep.
Which was nice. So the conglomeration wins.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think of the ref?
Well, so Aubrey, she did a good job. There was some chaos because there was no honor, of course, but she
Yes.
still got a thumbs up. So good job. She maintained control the whole time. So thumbs up.
I thought it was a good match. Like I said, it was satisfying to watch some people take bumps and get hit.
Yeah.
It was just what I kind of needed to see.
Yeah, it was good.
There needs to be more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Troubled times call for bumps and hits.
Sorry, dude. Not sorry.
Yeah, right? Okay.
You know what you did.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Thirstometer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. To the learning tree.
Oh.
All the Diet Pepsis.
Ouch. Oh, sorry, Jericho.
Everybody else, 9 out of 10 Diet Cokes.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's something to be proud of.
I wonder if Big Bill would be brokenhearted. Because he's like, I deserve some Diet Cokes.
Well, then
Big
he needs to
Bill.
leave Jericho.
So let's close out this match.
All right. We actually get to do it.
We see the Death Riders backstage. And then as Yuta is passing, Mox grabs him and says, just so there's no confusion, Orange Cassidy, this kid, meaning Wheeler Yuta, doesn't owe you anything. Nothing. Just because he slept on your couch years ago, because you spotted him some gas money he owes you, because you were friends. Being a nice guy doesn't buy loyalty. Money doesn't buy loyalty. Only a cause buys loyalty. He is not your friend. He is not your student. He doesn't belong to you, Bryan Danielson, or anybody else. He is a soldier under my command. And Darby Allin, I had high hopes for you. Frankly, you are a disappointment. There's a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to destroy, and a time to build. What season are we in? Well, it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's time for you all to stop playing it the thing that you want people to think you want to take seriously. And then they just walk away.
Per usual, they're always walking.
Always walking, getting the steps
They
in.
walk. It's either walk or ride in the back of a truck, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Mox can't ride a motorcycle.
No, he can't. Read
He's
the book.
clumsy.
He is.
He rides bicycles.
That was a moped, too. That wasn't even a...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a
It
good
was a
story
Vespa.
that he got for Renee.
Yep.
Nice.
He tried to show off.
I want a
Yep.
Vespa.
And he
then he-
totally wiped it.
Yeah. He went over the handlebars and
Ass over tea kettle.
Woof.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
He should have stopped when he was ahead.
Yep.
Because he was doing well, but then
Yeah.
he milked it and then biffed it.
Yeah. I love him. Ugh. Anyway. Oh. I enjoy this version of Mox.
Yeah.
I did think it was funny that Marina was just glaring at the camera the whole time like a little goth kid. Like, that's what she reminded me of, like me. Like, I was just, like, I hate the world. I'm going to beat you up.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I do like that, like, after he did the promo, he just shoved Wheeler Yuta. Like, okay,
Poor
I'm done with you.
Wheeler. He's just a pawn.
He
Getting beat up.
is, but he's letting himself be a pawn.
He should stop doing that. I also feel like this is just it's reflective of our world right now.
I think it's going to tie into the story. And hopefully there's some redemption in the end.
I
We'll see.
wonder when Wheeler is going to stand up to Mox.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
There's something building.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for Big Bill to
Turn
tell-
on the
tell
hot dog.
What's his face to F off, but
Yeah.
that's not happening.
No.
Mm-mm.
Diet Pepsis. Thirstometer.
Yeah.
11 out of 10.
Okay.
Now we have a match with Adam Cole versus Malachi Black. The ref is Paul Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, you did not like Adam's jacket.
No, I mean, it's the same one that I didn't like last week, so that has not changed.
Continuity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also think that Adam, his fake tan looked yellowy like Darby, so I think they got like a 2-for-1 special.
Probably. Malachi came out looking badass as usual.
Mm-hmm. I like that he just shows up and he sits crisscross applesauce and just sits there and stares at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I do
Say it.
I'm
I'll say what I have to say. It's okay.
okay. It's confusing to me because his areolas look like there's no color.
And I said, some of us don't have color in our areolas, Amanda. Because you said it weirded you out. And I was like, hey.
It does, but and it's whatever. It's fine.
And I was like, don't make me show you.
I always think did he get it tattooed where it's skin colored, so it
No.
blends in?
No.
But that's just
No.
how he's made,
Yeah.
and good for him.
Just how he's made.
Some of us are.
But
That's fine.
the way that we ended that, it shows that we don't body shame.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
No,
good.
fine.
yeah.
I just
Mm-hmm. Some of us are
I was
just
unaware.
have ancestral origins from that part of the country.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's very pale.
Mhm.
So tracks.
When the music of Malachi did the scream, they showed him sitting crisscross applesauce. And they also showed at the same time Adam was in the frame and he yawned.
Oh.
Mm.
Does he just have like the best timing? Like he just.
But it worked perfectly with the scream.
Mm.
And it looked really funny to
Do you
me.
think he did that on purpose?
I don't think so.
I hope so.
I don't even think he knew he was in the frame.
Oh, okay.
Because
I want to think that he just yawns every time that comes on, just in case.
like they hypnotized him in his
Yeah,
sleep.
just in case it happens.
You pointed out that the edges of Malachi's shorts have little holes in them.
Yeah, and it looks like a little mothball, like
Yeah.
little moths. ate.
Holes, yeah.
But they did a really good job of being symmetrical.
Yes. I realized that Roddy's shiny trunks match Adam's trunks.
Mhm.
So I'm like, is that why Roddy got the new gear?
Maybe
When we were like, oh, it's a new gear night for everybody.
he's hoping that if he and Adam match, then Adam will let him actually be on camera instead of just having his big head in front of his face.
Right? His big jaundiced head.
Mm-hmm. Stupid Adam. Sorry, Adam. It's fine. Sort of. Not really. I don't know.
So Adam Cole won. We saw from backstage that Kyle O'Reilly was watching the match, and Adam talks to Malachi, and then Malachi bats Adam Cole's hand away like he's not going to shake his hand, and he hugs him.
I just think, I don't know. Malachi has just grown on me.
I think there's going to be an evolution in his character.
He's just a nice human.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of buzz about that. Like are they kind of going face? Are they?
I don't know, but I remember on Collision, he was like, Adam, there's a darkness in me. You got to let it out. Something like that.
Yeah.
Before this match.
Okay.
And that's why I think he just sat and like took.
Oh, he just let him.
Yeah.
Because
like,
that was odd.
right. If you're going to do it, just do it. And then that's why he just,
So that's a good take. I like it.
I mean, I'll say like his whole energy has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the ref?
Paul did an excellent job with showing that he was in command of his stuff
Mhm.
the entire time. Because when they were out of the ring, he was checking on people, and then everybody good, okay, and then to start it was just good. So thumbs up
Nice.
for Paul.
Takeaway. I thought it was a good match. I mean, I can see that Adam is a little hesitant. He's unsure of himself still because of his ankle, which I can't blame him for, but it happens.
Yeah.
Thirstometer,
Oh yeah.
10 out of 10, Malachi.
Nice.
Let's close this match out.
All right.
We have story time with Adam Cole. He thanked Malachi for the match, and he got all the crowd chanting Malachi.
Mhm.
Malachi was just like, oh, thanks, guys.
That's nice.
And I was like, oh. He wants to talk to MJF, and he tells him, there's 2 matches down now. He only has 1 more match to win. And he and Roddy are going to win their matches. So what happens then? Well, he talked to Tony Khan. Full gear, it will be MJF versus Adam Cole versus Roddy if they both win their matches.
Right.
So takeaway. We found out later in the night that Adam Cole's next match is against Takeshita. I do not want Takeshita to have to take a pin from Adam Cole. But, and again, Roddy kind of called first dibs on MJF. So,
Yeah. No, that's a very fair point. Right.
is he going to turn? Is Undisputed going to turn on Adam Cole?
I mean, Roddy got rid of his mustache.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Things are a brewing.
Exactly. That's a good point, Amanda. Thirstometer.
Yeah.
I'm still going to give it 10 out of 10 because Malachi did stay on frame for a little bit.
Nice.
We see MJF in his library. He's PO'd. He's making a phone call. And he just says, I need you to pay someone a visit. Takeaway. Who'd he call?
Yeah, no kidding.
Thirstometer.
Mhm.
8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. It was a nice library.
I
Yeah.
think he called a florist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out later.
Mm-hmm.
We have a promo. Jay White. He was talking to Renee and was interrupted by Hangman, who attacked him.
Where is he always hanging out?
I don't know, but I love it.
Did he have fringes?
Yes.
You would think he would be in the libraries, but no.
It was like a black leather motorcycle jacket. fringes. He was wearing all black. They're both in all black, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm going to be completely honest.
That's fair.
I did point out immediately that they were both in all black. And Hangman was basically trying to break Jay's ankle.
Well, that's not
Yeah,
nice.
he had it like in the barrier stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever that's called. I suppose
the
it's just
barricade.
barricade.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just right in the corner.
And he had a chair over his head ready to smash it down on Jay's ankle. But Juice came from behind, grabbed the chair, and just ran away with it.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Right. I thought he was like, why didn't you hit?
Because
Oh,
it's
somebody-
Juice. He's peaceful.
If somebody has a weapon, you just got to get it out of the situation.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Get it out so no one can use it.
Hangman is still selling his knee injury from WrestleDream.
Yep.
Jay, and I'm paraphrasing and leaving some stuff out here, basically said to Hangman, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to have fun doing it. There, meaning the fans are going to have fun watching me doing it. He's like, you're going to leave me behind? You've never been ahead of me. Maybe I'll be the first to make you tap out. That leg will be your downfall.
Yeah.
I love Jay's new shirt. He has a new merch shirt. It looks great. Juice is delightful as always. And I'm looking forward to their match at Full Gear. Jay is a great technical wrestler, which was pointed out by Blade Daly on Sit Down, Shut Up, and Mark Out. Because I completely forgot, Jay White is technically, saying that way too many times, a technical wrestler.
And a technical writer, I bet.
I almost went to college for that. And Hangman is awesome all around. So, and I also am enjoying this version of Hangman. So,
yeah.
And again, they were both wearing all black. I can't go wrong.
No, you can't.
Thirstometer. I know I said I'd save it for Kenny Omega, but I gotta go 12 out of 10.
Wow.
Oh my.
That's the first time.
Pirates and Cowboys, do it for Lisa.
Yeah, especially when they're both in black. Chris Statlander is talking with Renee. She appears to have narrowly missed being hit with a car off screen because we hear a car engine rev after she gets done talking to Renee, and the camera is on Renee. I like that the camera doesn't show her like getting out of the way of the car or anything like that, and the car hitting the like barrier or whatever. Mercedes yells at, let's see if I can pronounce her name right. Is it Camille?
Camel?
I think it's Candace.
Yeah.
That's a camel.
I'm just going to say Camille.
Camille.
We'll
go with Camille.
Yeah. And so she can't do anything right.
She's like an abusive parent.
Well, she has a point.
Yeah, this is a situation where the kid kind of has it coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It is.
Camille really can't do anything right. And she says, go out and get her. Basically, I really like how the camera doesn't show anything being hit with a car, that it's implied. There's no clunkiness. It was very satisfying seeing Chris Statlander looking even stronger.
Yeah, and Monet was on point even.
Yes.
It was good. It was a good promo.
It was satisfying to see the door shot with the arm.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I don't blame
Thirstometer.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 Statlander taking care of business.
Okay.
I liked the little ruffles on her butt.
Do you have a separate one for the camel?
All the Diet Cokes.
Wait, sorry.
Diet Pepsis.
Oh, no, that is correct.
Yeah, all the Diet Pepsis. I was the one that...
Okay. Got double.
She has it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the hot dog.
Gross.
Indeed.
The patriarchy comes to the ring. Christian was wearing his tan jacket. There's extra security, but they all have masks, and they're all wearing black. Everybody in the ring is wearing black.
It didn't look like security. It looked like they were about to rob a bank.
Somebody. Yeah.
What kind of masks were they?
They were like
ski masks.
Yeah.
Like what we'd wear going to snowmobile or something.
Yeah. Or what do they call them over?
Baklava.
Yeah, the baklava.
Balaclava.
Yeah.
Balaclava.
I always say it's baklava, and that's not right.
That's
a
the
food.
Greek. That's the Greek dessert.
Yeah. It would be gross if they had baklava on their face.
Or delicious.
Depends on who
Sticky.
they are, I suppose.
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
don't know.
'Cause I can guarantee you Lisa would eat some baklava off of Hangman.
Yeah. And Jay White.
See?
Okay, it just grosses
Okay,
me out because
but
it's sticky.
back to the
Anyway.
match.
So the patriarchy is all
Or
in
the
black,
promo.
except for Christian in his tan jacket and Mother Wayne with her leopard print stuff.
Oh.
But she had a black over jacket
sure.
type thing on. And Christian says he realized Kip was just trying to get his attention, and he was just a fatherless loser looking for guidance.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
not nice.
No.
He realized this when Kip stole his pen and saved Christian from a beatdown from the Death Riders, which would have meant that Christian would have lost the match due to interference, and that would have cost him the contract forever.
So that was something that really came full circle, because when that happened, I didn't see that. And then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just good story
Storytelling,
writing.
yeah.
Good job, guys.
Mm-hmm. I do love how Christian refers to himself as the reigning, defending, undisputed next AEW Men's Championship.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing
He's
it.
Speaking it into the universe.
Yes,
He's
he's manifesting it.
I don't really believe in manifesting, but
If it works for
doing
you,
it.
it works for you, yeah.
Well, it's the patriarchy.
But because of that, Kip's done more for him than any of his other sons. And he says, I love you, Kip, and gives him a hug. And at that point, Nick gives a dirty look to Kip, and Mother Wayne kind of looks at the situation and then kind of looks. You can see her look at Nick.
Oh boy.
So we'll see what happens there.
Sibling rivalry.
Yes.
At its best.
Yes. So Hook comes out at the top of the ramp and he says, make it good and make it fast, whatever you have to say. So Christian says, you're a wild card, Hook. You've got those crazy eyes. You're a problem. You're a bull in a china shop. You're an ass kicker. I need a son like you. I had to make sure you could be disciplined to fall in line. That's why he had him beat down the last time. I had to make sure you didn't have another voice in your ear, meaning Taz.
His actual dad.
Yeah. I took your father out, and he did that from a place of love.
That's so abusive.
Mm-hmm. But here's the kicker, right? He said that Taz saw him. Why didn't he tell you? Why did he make you seek out security footage? He realized I could take you to heights he couldn't. Your father is a legend. Just ask him. He'll tell you. He was a big fish in a little pond in an outlaw promotion. But when he got to the big time, he buckled and put on the announce headset. You want to be an announcer, Hook? Or do you want to be a multi-time champion? Nobody cares if Taz is alive. I wish your father was dead. I need you, Hook.
He is such a terrible person.
But he's such a good heel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gross.
Both are correct.
Yes.
I
mean, I
it's
get it. That's
gross,
like what he's
but
supposed to do.
He's being a great heel.
Hook ran through security to the ring, and you kind of had to pay attention to this because everybody was wearing black, even Hook, which was pointed out by Tom on All Elite Wrap-Up. The patriarchy got out of the ring, and Christian tells Hook that he's welcome, and that's when you can hear Hook yell one by one.
What does that mean?
He's going to take them out one by one.
Oh, so he's like not buying the abusive garbage.
No.
Good for him.
He had a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Hook and Taz.
But yeah, the interesting twist to that story for me was that Taz never told Hook it was Christian that took him out, if that's even true.
Yeah.
Which I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Because that could play out to be something very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it also could be just Christian being
He's a liar.
Manipulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tom was right when he had said something's going on when Christian way back when said, I'm going to have it all, hook, line, and sinker.
Mm-hmm.
Hook meaning the wrestler Hook.
Hook. Whose line then? No.
Kip.
I was taking. Okay, I was taking.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and that leaves
Nick's
that leaves
sinker.
Nick to be the sinker. Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
That's why he's so sad. And Mother Wayne is like, how did my kid get to be the sinker?
She doesn't care. She's got Christian.
Yeah.
Thirstometer,
Mm-hmm.
9 out of 10.
All right. That's
Alex Marvez is backstage with Don Callis, and some big henchman type guy comes up to Don Callis and gives him an envelope, a ring box,
Ooh.
which we see that the AEW Dynamite diamond ring was in, and the guy played a voicemail message, which happened to be from MJF.
Ooh. So not a florist.
No, actually, he was the florist.
Oh.
Yeah.
So MJF says he needs Don to take care of a baby if he catches his drift. I can't do Adam Cole's baby thing. If Don scratches the ring, he'll get beat up, and there's more cash for him if he succeeds. Yeah, so I think it's going to probably be Brian Cage and Lance Archer.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
That makes more sense because they're booking them to be so unstoppable right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the newest kind of henchmen
Right.
for
No,
Don
good
Callis,
point.
I think.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I was thinking, oh, Will Hobbs will come back and that's what he'll do.
Yep. But
Oh,
we'll find out later what happened with that.
Oh, no.
Right.
Thirstometer.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 8 out of 10 for the henchman.
8 or 10 Diet Cokes?
Yeah, for
Okay.
Diet Cokes for the henchman guy.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay. Fair.
We now have a match. Penelope Ford versus Jamie Hayter.
Mm-hmm.
Ref was Brandon Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie had come out
Yes.
and she was on, the top ring, and she was like finishing her entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And Penelope attacked her from behind.
Yeah.
The crowd totally popped for Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
But I did notice that when Penelope came out, there was just nothing.
You know,
There was like no reaction.
it was just kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
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 Which is a shame because
Yeah.
she's been out. She's back now. I want her to
Mhm.
get something.
Right.
I don't know much about her, so I have to brush up on it. But from what I've seen so far, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want anyone getting.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Jamie Hayter won. What did you think of the ref?
So this one, I noticed a couple things that made me quite happy. First up, Brendan did a great job.
Mhm.
But there was a couple key things, like when Penelope had like her leg on Jamie's neck, he was like, He starts counting and pointing it out, and she's playing it off of like, what? And I just appreciate the little things like that of like, first of all, no shenanigans, but also we're going to be like, you don't put your leg on someone's neck. So he's actually going to get 2 thumbs up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match. I would have preferred if Penelope was doing some more matches with different people for a little bit longer before they brought up this feud again.
I completely agree with you. There could have been some buildup. Let's get some Queen Amanada up in there. Let's get some, you know who I miss? Lady Frost. Let's get Lady Frost out there.
I mean, I know she's busy with Ring of Honor, but I know, say this.
Well, just a peek behind the curtain to the fans.
Yeah.
Gary always wants Lady Frost.
Yeah.
Bring her out.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know. I like Penelope.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like, and I do know that from what I've heard, they don't just bring back wrestlers right away after injury.
Right.
They make sure they are ring ready.
Of course.
So that they don't look, stuttery or anything. That's why you see so-and-so was reported backstage at tonight's Dynamite or tonight's Collision,
It didn't, but I don't think the match felt clunky.
No, not at all. It's just, I didn't really care about this feud because I had forgotten about it.
That's fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm 100%
That's why
with you
I'm
now.
just like, okay, these two are wrestling.
I get it.
Don't care. It was kind of like, I felt like it was more of Penelope needs something to do. She's back. Let's bring up this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
So, yeah, that's what it was. I just had to work it out loud.
Well, there you go. I'm glad we could get through that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thirstometer.
Yeesh.
9 out of 10.
All right.
Let's close out this match.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to our main event. We have Kyle Fletcher,
Mm-hmm.
whom you like to refer to as Don Callis Jr.
Yes, he's embracing that role.
Mm-hmm. With Takeshita versus Ricochet and his partner, Will Hobbs.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yes.
It's the Powerhouse.
Yes. The ref is Paul Turner.
Yep.
So Powerhouse's singlet is great.
Yeah.
It was this green and gold velvety look. I loved it.
Very traditional.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I adored it. I loved the color combo, the way the green looked, the gold played off. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Takeshita is beautiful as always. We agreed that there was so much meat.
Yes, and we'll dive into that a little bit when we introduce the meat thermometer.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a very meaty match for sure.
Takeshita, I loved how Ricochet was giving Takeshita chops, and Takeshita was just like, yeah, whatever.
Right. I thought that was pretty funny.
Ricochet did a moonsault off of Hobbs' shoulders.
Yes.
So well executed.
Yeah, the balance they had was impressive. It was just very polished.
Mm-hmm. Adam Cole was watching the match. And like I said, we find this out because Takeshita is his third opponent to get through.
Yep.
So it makes sense that he's scouting. Takeshita suplexed Hobbs.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Right.
And it didn't even look like, when you watch it, you can't even really see Hobbs like do the jump to help him.
Yeah.
Which made it even more impressive.
Oh,
that,
absolutely.
their work together. Amanda liked that Fletcher makes a sound like, she said, it sounds like he's a feral dingo.
Mhm.
or a crazy wallaby with every move he makes.
Yes, and I never heard that until she said it,
Mhm.
and now I can't unhear it.
Yes.
And you know what? I feel like my life is actually a little richer for it anyway. So,
Yeah, because now every time you watch him wrestle, you hear him do the scream.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Ricochet and Powerhouse Hobbs win.
Mm-hmm.
And as they are, they go to celebrate, Kyle hits Hobbs and Ricochet with a chair. Mark Davis comes out. His pants are a little strange. They seem to be very bright blue and short. Fletcher, Archer, and Cage beat up Mark Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole comes out. Amanda likes his hair up. Like, I guess probably because it's up, even though it's wet, it's up.
Yeah. Well, she really likes it when I have my hair in a pony.
Oh, so there you go. She likes the long hair, but she likes it up.
I guess, yeah. And she really likes Jack Perry when he has it tied back. So,
Mhm.
yeah, there you go. We're learning a little bit about Amanda.
Yeah. So he gets beat up, and that's when Osprey's music hits.
Yep.
And coincidentally, Fletcher also has a screwdriver to attack Mark Davis at this point. Osprey runs out. He has his hair back and joggers, blue Adidas joggers,
Yeah.
tucked into his socks.
Of course. That's how you do it.
They all take turns beating on the Don Callis family. It's just pure chaos, basically.
Yeah.
Fletcher has a mini tantrum at the top of the ramp
Mm-hmm.
as Cage, Archer, and Fletcher leave the ring. So what'd you think of the ref?
So Paul started out strong, and this is to be expected when you got any sort of Don Callis family, or sometimes I call them just Callis's goons.
Yeah.
But there was shenanigans to be had. There was a spot where Paul got distracted by Hobbs,
Mm-hmm.
and which that left an opening for Fletcher and Takeshita to smack around Ricochet. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, for that, I am sorry, Paul, but you're going to get a thumbs down.
Yeah. I kind of got lost in the action. So when I was reading my notes, I'm just like, oh, stutter, hesitate, what?
Yeah, it was a good match. There was a lot going on, so it would have been tough for Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And he already did one match that day. So
Right.
but either way, we got to call it out like we see it, and it was a thumbs down.
It was a great match.
Yes, the match itself was good.
And yeah, it's very nice to have Hobbs back.
Yeah. And anything that ends with surprise Osprey, that's, I mean, I suppose the match was like over by then. But
It was.
It all bled into each other.
It really
Yeah.
did. Thirstometer.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Let's close out this match.
All right.
All right. CTE count,
Mm-hmm.
0.
Good.
Bitch count, 0.
Oh, that's sad.
Now it is time for our meat thermometer.
Yeah, so we're introducing the new segment, the meat thermometer, and let me just give you the official sound effect for the meat. Ah, fresh meat, flipped. All nice. So what we're going to be doing is evaluating the meatiness of the night, and it's a two-factor thing. It's both quality and quantity. So there could be a situation where there's just not a lot of meat. It's short, but the quality is superb, and then it'll get a high rating. There could be a situation where it wasn't that great, but there was a ton of it. Like let's say we had beef and Butcher and Hobbs and I mean, good God,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors to it. It's not just it's a combination of quality and quantity. We're going to take
Yes.
both into account, but that's what we're looking for because as a group we've discussed and found that we're digging the meat.
Yes.
It's fun. It's just fun to see meat get slapped around, and it's fun to see people like beef who really embrace it. And it brings joy to us. So we figured it should get its own segment.
And what is the scale?
Yes. So we're going to scale our meat like one cooks meat. So if it's on the low end, we're going to say it's rare. And then next up, we'd have medium rare, and then up to medium, and then medium well, and then up to well done.
All right.
So that's the scale. But we want to be going for well done, and rare is going to be on the low end. With that, how about we get into tonight?
All right.
So tonight, I mean, it would have been pretty flimsy, except Hobbs brought it in at the end. So
Yes.
we definitely got plenty of meat. In the beginning, with Shelty B
And Bobby.
and Bobby, we definitely had some meat, but they were in suits and they weren't really wrestling. So it was like meat that's in the packaging and you never even got to see it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really count. But either way, we're going to rate this night as medium. And that's what you get.
Nice. Who's your ref of the night, Gary?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Tonight, it is going to go to Brandon Martinez.
Oh,
I don't know if he's gotten it before, but
No.
I really liked his match, and so he gets my ref of the night. He was in control, kept everybody in line. He didn't take away from the wrestlers, but he added to the storyline. That's what I'm looking for.
Nice.
Ref of the night, Brandon Martinez.
So my wrestler of the night is going to be Powerhouse Hobbs.
Nice.
He came to the aid of Ricochet when Ricochet needed a partner. And later on AEW social media, he declared that, he was angry because when he was laid up, Don Callis didn't even call, nothing. He was angry about that.
Yep.
So he held people accountable.
Yeah. No, that's great. I like that. Tell you what, I do have a wrestler of the night too, if you want it.
Let me know, yeah.
Okay, so my wrestler of the night, I'm going to go with Ricochet.
Ooh.
And here's why. No, he had a great match, but what was really impressive is backstage, when he was under pressure and people were laying some strong intimidation to him, he didn't cave. He didn't cave and say, "Oh, I'll come to your faction. I'll come be your little..." No, he stood his ground. He's like, "What? I'm me." And you know what? I respect the crap out of that.
Boundaries. Healthy
Yeah,
boundaries.
Yes, healthy boundaries, indeed.
Do you have a D-bag of the night?
I do. And it's going to be Don Callis.
Okay.
Now, I was teetering between MJF, but at the end of the day, it's Don Callis who accepted the ring and the payment. So Don Callis is my D-bag of the night.
Fair. My D-bag of the night, I have two of them.
Yeah?
The hot dog and camel.
There you go.
Okay. Now it is time for the neurodivergent interesting fact brought to you by Amanda via me. So it has been a very tough week.
It has been.
For a lot of us.
For a lot of people.
And first off, we just want to say we are here for you.
We are here for all of you guys because there's tons of emotions and you guys, it's okay to feel them. You're entitled to feel them. You have every right and we are here for you.
So reach out if you need us. Self-care for neurodivergent people can include, and that's what we're focusing on, self-care for neurodivergent people can include breathing and relaxation. Breathing exercises can help relieve stress and relax the body and mind.
Yeah.
Journaling, writing down personal thoughts and feelings can help clear the mind.
Oh, yeah.
I found that to be very helpful. Planning, lists or plans can help with everyday activities.
Yeah.
Hobbies, engaging in activities you enjoy, like reading, watching films, or listening to podcasts, can help with mental health.
And that can be tough when you got the depression. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta, you gotta feel your feelings for sure.
Right.
But sometimes when you just kind of like, oh, I don't feel like it. But if you just do it, you'll find yourself getting a little bit happier. So, give it a shot.
Connecting with others. Talking to people with similar experiences can help you feel understood and supported. I've been doing that a lot this week.
Yeah.
I've been on threads on my personal account.
Yep.
And I've just been feeling all the feelings with a lot of you.
Yeah.
And it's really helped. So I thank you. Therapeutic techniques, mindfulness, positive self-talk, guided imagery, and problem solving can help.
Right.
Nutrition, eating a balanced diet with brain-friendly food. Exercise, physical exercise, like a 20-minute walk can help.
Makes a big difference. Exercise is huge. And again, it's hard when you have depression. You just don't feel like doing it. But if you can just muster up that will in the beginning, once you're a couple minutes in, your whole attitude can change.
Gamified task management apps. Apps that turn tasks into a game with rewards and levels can help with organization.
Oh, yeah.
I have never used those before, so if any of you have.
I've never used an app, but I've totally just done that in my everyday.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, I got to get this done, this done, this done. And then I can sit for a second and have some Diet Coke. I just do that in my head.
Well, if any of you have any suggestions on good apps, feel free to shoot them our way so we can share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Body doubling. Working alongside another person can help with accountability and focus.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard that that's worked for people.
Absolutely. And that, that's not an option for everyone.
No.
But that's maybe where we could turn to Threads. Maybe you could find somebody on Threads that will help double with you and you could share your stories.
Yeah. And another option that is not always an option for everyone, but can honestly help, counseling.
That's one of the best things that a person can turn to. I know it can be difficult to get it lined up, but it's tremendous with what it can do for a person.
And that concludes our interesting fact.
Thank you for enlightening us. Now, I will say this, when you brought up the breathing techniques, that's not something anybody would just know offhand. So maybe we could look up some breathing techniques and put that out on the social or like a YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's good to let them know about it, but they're just like, well, I'm breathing all the time. What do you mean you're breathing?
Yeah. Deep breathing
So,
exercises.
Yeah, so go Google them on your own. Otherwise, but all right.
Make sure to follow us, subscribe, and rate us, please, wherever you listen.
Yeah, because we're giving to the world for free. So if you like what you hear, please, spread the word and liking and subscribing and all that jazz and writing out
brief review.
Yeah, whatever platform you're listening to us on, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Just drop something that helps us out a ton.
It really does. You can follow us on social media, and you can find where to follow us on our website.
Mm-hmm.
podcastahoy.com/WWND.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads.
Yep.
Also, we're on Gmail.
Yes.
Please feel free to email us.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, suggestions, audio clips, video clips, whatever.
Pictures of your cat.
Pictures of your dog.
Pictures of your iguana. Pictures of Pack.
Yeah. And if you want us to share, give us permission, we will do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you don't give us permission, don't think we're just going to share it. No,
yeah.
we respect all the boundaries.
But we can be emailed at wwndpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. And if this is too much for any of you guys to remember, don't feel like you need to write it down. The web address is always in the episode notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go to the website, it's got all the links.
All of them. Yep. So again, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate the heck out of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we look forward to next week.
You bet. And take care, everyone.
Yes. Hydrate.
Dead air.
Thank you for listening to WWND, Wrestling with Neurodivergence, a Podcast Ahoy production. The producers of WWND are Lisa Rudd, Amanda Putnam, and Gary Putnam. Recording is done by Gary Putnam. Editing is done by Lisa Rudd. Check out our social media for updates on upcoming pods and for clips and other media referenced in this episode. Links and information can be found in the episode notes. Thanks again from everyone at the WWND family.